Okay, so here is Negoro-dera, or this is not Negoro-dera, but this is one of, I don't know what this is, but I will use my minor knowledge of Japanese history to tell you a story coming up. Let me tell you a story about the people in this area. People feeding cats over here. So a long time ago, in the would be 14th century, in the mid 1500s, there were a bunch of monks and farmers living over here, and they were called the Saika Ikki. They basically were rebels against the samurai rule, against the ruling power of the time. So I think what was happening is the ruling power demanded taxes, or payment as in rice or products and stuff, and the people who were living here, they said, no, forget your system. I don't want to be part of your system, man. And they didn't really recognize the ruling power of it because they were kind of far away from the capital of where all this stuff was going on. They said, they kind of had some control of this area. So that really pissed off. And I think if you know anything about Japanese history, you know this guy's name, Oda Nobunaga. He is like one of the biggest well-known guys in Japanese history, and that really pissed him off. So he started sending people down to murder and just destroy these rebels who were living over here. But what he didn't know was that the people who were living here they were completely ripped because they had been working in the fields like all day long, all day, every day. So So Nobunaga would send a bunch of guys over here to kill these guys, and these guys would just, even though the numbers were few, they would just completely slaughter anybody who sent their way. They were badasses. So this situation started to escalate, and these guys started thinking we need to have some support, some kind. So they came to the monks who were at this temple, and we'll actually look at the temple. We're going to go to the temple soon. And I don't know how, and I don't think they know exactly where the guns were coming from. I spoiled it already. But the monks over here had connections to guns that were being imported from Northern Europe, I think. So these already buff guys who were, kind of think of them as like Spartans almost. Not to that extent, but, just a few numbers slaughtering an overwhelming force every single time. So they got a hold of these guns, and they really started to kick ass. And I think eventually they were defeated, but it took like 50 years of battle to completely destroy these guys. So, and then the cool thing is that where my house is, this, potentially, they could have been battling, where my apartment is today. This place is so full of history, even just like a little residential street could have been the home of just a bloody ass battle of like samurai and ripped farmers fighting. Let's go check out the temple. By the way, look at his nip. I don't know if you can see his nips, but he is totally nipping out. Let's check out these dragons. That's pretty cool. Isn't it awesome that I can come here like before work? It's cool. By the way, as far as entering temples, taking pictures, I usually refrain. Well, first I have to say I look for signs that say don't take pictures. I haven't seen them, but yeah, if I'm breaking any rules. I don't mean to. So anyways, around June, in these little streams and beds, there are just a ton of fireflies that are flying around. It's so like It's almost like mystical, you know, because you got this lush green, you got these bugs chirping, and then you've got fireflies and then glowworms too. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of seasons to look forward to in Japan. Of course, there's the cherry blossom season, but from now on, I'm going to be looking forward to firefly season. No pictures. Pretty cool. I always say that. Pretty cool, but it's pretty cool. On the scale of cool, it's pretty. Wow. Check that out. Wow. I didn't know this was here.